What up? This is your boy Murs.
And this is your man Fashawn.
You are checking out German Rhymes, motherfucker. What? .de, you bitch. Ooh. You bitch.
Ja, hier ist Tom von German Rhymes. Heute endlich mal wieder am Start mit gleich zwei sehr coolen Jungs, Murs and Fashawn. How you doing, guys? How you doing, guys?
I'm all right. How are you doing today?
Oh, can't complain except the weather, but I mean, you can handle the weather, I can handle the weather.
Hey, I mean, you know, we came prepared, man, and we're suited up and we're warm, and I'm rolled up, so I'm cool. I'm twisted.
Alrighty, so let's jump right into it. You guys' new album, This Generation, is in stores already and got a couple good reviews I saw online, and I listened to it, I liked it. And first question is, you guys' age difference. How did you guys cope with that? I mean, you're 10 years longer than Fash in the business, basically, but how's was it working out, making this generation being two different generations?
I don't know, Fash. I'm gonna let you get that one, man.
I don't know. I didn't feel like it was an obstacle or anything like that, man. I feel like we both feel this way, but I kind of relate more to his generation than my own, like as far as like their love for like lyricism and you know, and just the foundation of where it comes from. And Murs kind of like just relates to, you know, my generation, just our independence, our rebelliousness, and just our whole energy, like, and he kind of relates to that more, and I think that's what kind of helped, it kind of bridged that gap, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of just, you know, provoked us to even have an album titled This Generation, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of encompassing both, and just bridging the gap between, well, this imaginary gap between, you know, our age difference, but yeah, we both live in the same age, and we both understand, you know, where this comes from, so that's basically what we wanted to do, really. Okay. You know, no problem at all.
Okay.
He's an older, younger dude, and he's a younger, older dude, and I'm an older, younger dude. That's how it goes.
Okay, and this is this type of relationship you guys has. Was there like at some point like a mentoring from both sides, or was it just you being older, or was it nothing at all like this?
I don't know, man. I ask him questions, he asks me questions, and I think if we have advice for either, you know, I think that's the way it goes. You know, I just became a father, and he's been a father for 3 years, and I just adopted my first child. So, you know, I asked him about being a dad, and you know, one day he might ask me about getting married or something like that. Not. You know.
Hey, I just threw my first festival back home called Grizzly Fest, and so yeah, and he's definitely a person I get to, you know, ask, you know, who's experiencing throwing festivals and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man, and just, you know, how to stay, you know, relevant in rap like year after year. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the game, you know, like, for a minute, and I aspire to do the same. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a learning experience for both of us.
I mean, like before we like clear that up, I mean, I wanted to know, how do you guys like get together, basically? I mean, you've been hanging out with Blue and Exile a lot and doing this and that, and you basically started your career with Def Jux, with LP. And how do you guys like end up together, basically? I mean, you were both from the West Coast, but how was like the meeting?
We've just been moving in similar circles, and we were actually linked on this project together by the producers K Salam and Beatnik. They recommended that they wanted to work with me, and then I said I wanted to do a collaborative album with someone, and they recommended Fash, and it kind of just, you know, worked that way. So I knew how to get a hold of him, and he was into it, and I was into it, and we kind of just started hanging out and filling each other out, and then we started creating, and it just kind of just has been flowing naturally. I think we just really enjoy hanging around each other, and I think we work very well together.
Concerning like not the creative process, but you guys are on tour right now. this can get very uncomfortable for probably a couple duos out there. How's that experience so far for you guys?
It's cool, man. It's like me and him, we both have our our careers like solo and separate, but so it's like I don't get to hang with him much. You know what I'm saying? I'm off doing my thing, he's off doing his thing. So these times that we get together are like just spent having fun, man, and chopping it up, doing regular stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just a beautiful thing, man. Just to hang with my dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's on top of that, we get to rap and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame we even get paid for it, but yeah, it's cool. It's like hanging out with your homie or your brother. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, that's very good to hear. Did you guys get to skate so far on the tour? I mean, it's cold out, but there's a couple skate parks. I think, are you guys playing at the skate park in Münster, Skaters Palace? Yeah. So what's going to happen there? I mean, you guys being two skaters.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I just, I watched the Bones Brigade documentary while I was here. I think we're going to find a way to download Pretty Sweet, the new chocolate video. So we're going to be inspired when we get there. And if there's half pipes and stuff, then I'm into it. That's about all I can do. I'm not really good at street. No, I've never been. I think maybe, no, I haven't.
I love Skaters Palace, man. It's like one of, arguably my favorite venue out here in Europe. And yeah, when the sound check is supposed to be happening, I'm usually skating. And sometimes I even skate on stage during the sound check. It's got everything. It's got boxes, rails, tabletops, pipes, everything. And yeah. So I plan to touch all that when I get to Skaters Palace. Then touch the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have performed there before.
Yeah.
I think I have because on the first album, not the first album I did with Def Jux, I had a song about skating called Transitions of a Rider. And we did that there, and kids went crazy. We had fun. But I try not to skate when I'm on tour because I'm not very good, and I fall, and I fuck myself up, and then I can't finish the tour.
That could lead to problems, definitely. So I was wondering about like the skating aspect. I mean, probably in California it's a little bit different, but out here I would say most of the skaters are not into hip hop that much. I would say it's more like a rock thing, I would say. But like, how do you get it under one hat, basically, or how's the reception over in the States?
Oh man, I think that yeah, that's how skating was when I was like, I started skating in 1986. So when I first started, there was no rap in skating.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching the Bones Brigade documentary, and they had some De La and some whatchamacallit in Beastie Boys and Animal Chin, and that was crazy for us because it was there was no rap. It was all Hessian, rock, punk, skinheads, shit like that. And then around mid-90s, early 90s, it got hip-hop thanks to Plan B and all those dudes from San Francisco. Started working with hieroglyphics, and then from there, it went places I don't even understand, like now how motherfuckers got gold chains and gold teeth and listen to Gucci Mane and all that. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand what they have in common with them. But I think they like the energy, because Gucci is like, don't give a fuck. A lot of trap rappers, Waka, like those who don't give a fuck, and a lot of skaters, to skate, to do some of the shit these kids do these days, you have to not give a fuck. So I don't know when it's gonna match up in Germany, but right now hip hop and skating are like, they're like merged. I don't. Now it seems like it's always been that way. It's like some kids, like maybe for Fash, it's always been that way. I know like kids like Tyler and our future kids that skate, like I'm sure their whole life has been that. But like when I first started skating in '86, there's Ron Allen, Steve Stedham. There was two black skaters. Then later came Ray Barbie. Like I can name all of them as they came. You know what I mean? When Stevie was just little Stevie, like I knew the name of every black person that was on screen because before 1990 there wasn't any really, and definitely no rap. So I'm thankful.
How's that for you, being like younger and like living this other side of skateboarding?
I mean, I really don't, know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like I was born into it. You know what I'm saying? It was invented in the state that I was born and raised in, so it was like kind of hard to escape, if you will. And but yeah, I grew up idolizing cats like Stevie Williams and stuff like that, and Gershon Mosley and Kareem Campbell and stuff like that. Like just to see those guys skating around with like gold grills and like throwback jerseys on, it was like it made it comfortable for a kid like myself to pick up a skateboard and dress the way I want to, just dress how I regularly dress, and not have to wear jeans with holes in them and be punk rock or whatever, which that was the main perception in I would say the 90s. Like, you had to be like listen to rock music and like live a certain kind of lifestyle to even skateboard. But yeah, but now my understanding is like it's synonymous with hip hop to me, because like they both are birthed from the street. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and they both complement each other in that sense, and we both feed off each other's energy, and I think that's why it's so prevalent now, and now specifically, you know what I mean? So.
One last question to the This Generation album before we move on. What makes up this generation right now? I mean, time-wise for you guys.
Like what makes like the people or like the music or
like the whole concept basically. What is like? I mean, is it? For example, for me, it's more technology. This is my generation of technology. That's what I'm seeing, but like could be totally different for you guys. So this what makes up your generation?
We're all like millennials, as they say. We're all millennials, and that's what this generation is about, man. It's just a new, it's a new world, man. Now we're still dealing with the residue of what our forefathers left us, but we really just want to, bring it all together, man, and let people know that there really isn't a gap or a difference between what happened then and what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? It's all relative, but we really just wanted to speak about it and examine it, if you will. And this album gave us the opportunity to do that. So, anything you want to add to that?
Nah, I think you always sum it up real nice, man.
Okay, I want to talk real quick about your album, Styrofoam Cups and Champagne and Styrofoam Cups. How did this all come out? What happened with that? What was it all about?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm kidding. CNS is a project that happened because, Exile was really busy. We were supposed to do the ecology, but he was really busy with Blue doing his album and doing 4-track Mind, which is his solo rap album. So he was like, Fash, I don't care about what you're doing at all, so we're not going to work on the ecology. So I'm like, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? So I got it. That was it. That was the birth of Champagne and Styrofoam Cups. Okay. I went to work with like JRB, Alchemist.
Are you serious?
So many people want to hang out here.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's all right. Don't get upset, man. Whew, calm down, bro. Calm down. Calm down.
Maybe it's a special delivery. Who knows?
Hold on. I'm sorry, you're doing the interview. But yeah,
I interrupted it. God.
But yeah. Next question.
Next question. Okay. The ecology. When is that going to happen? How far is the pushback or whatever?
Well, I scheduled my January and basically my January. I blocked that off just to work with Exile. You know what I'm saying? I got this tour to finish, and it's just December, but January is next month. So I plan to complete the whole album next month. You know what I'm saying? And have that to you next year, hopefully by summertime.
Okay. And one last question here. Your festival. You were talking about earlier. I wanted to ask you how does it compare to the Paid Dues Festival, Murs does, or how's it?
It really doesn't compare. It really doesn't compare. I can only hope that it ascends to that level. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's like the nephew of Paid Dues.
Okay. Is it in already plans for like to be an annual festival or?
Well, the first year was successful, and we're just glad. Hopefully they let us back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it was a real hectic time to even throw that festival with all the violence going on in the city, but they let us do it, and hopefully it becomes an annual thing, and it evolves into something that the city will be proud of.
Which dates around there are the festivals happen? Both of them. Paid Dues is when?
Paid Dues is in spring. This year it'll be March, or 2013 it'll be March 30th.
Okay, and
mine is usually September, October.
So yeah, you got like a good festivals going on around the area. I mean, it's like what you can do.
Seeing alive, man. From my area to his area, and trying to keep it all popping, as they say.
That's good. That's good. Let's come to you. I I read about your Kickstarter project, which is probably all done right now, and I saw you have like $32,000 already pledged, and I was wondering how is it like working out? I mean, like it's a totally different way. I don't know if you did it before, but how was like the whole administrative side?
It was really difficult, man. I wouldn't do that again. It was, you know, there's people, the fans that are still emailing me that didn't get their stuff, but, you know, my house was full of comic books that we had to order from China. Then we had to get the animation video done. Then we had to go to Comic-Con. Then we had to get T-shirts done. Then we had to get T-shirts. Everybody had to pick a different color. Then we had print. It was a lot, man. But at the end, it was so worth it because, you know, it made my dream come true. I always wanted to do a comic book. So it's a 100-page graphic novel, full color. You know, I have my own booth at Comic-Con, which is something for me because I've always been into comic books. And, yeah, man, I set out to do something and I did it. And people like it, and we're gonna, you know, finally it's gonna be on iTunes soon for the rest of the world. But all the supporters have finally got their things, I hope, and we're gonna take it on tour. My DJ Foundation did all the beats, so he'll be on tour with me and Fash and Prof, Stop House, and Fundo this spring and February in the States on the Road to Pay Dues tour, and we'll be promoting. It's called Curse of the Merch Girl, Yumiko, Curse of the Merch Girl. And my partner Josh Blaylock and artist Jose from Mexico City, we came together, and I'm really proud of us, man. We did some great work.
What was your process in making the? You probably didn't draw it, or did you write like the story or something like that, or was it just like the audio?
No, I wrote the story with the guy. I didn't write the script,
Okay.
but we came up with the idea of the story together. And the 10 chapters, like this chapter is gonna be about this, and then this happens to her, and this happens to her. Then we had a great editor as well, and he helped us with the story. And then Josh, my partner, did the specifics. Jose did the drawing. Foundation did the beats, and I did the raps. So he had to write. They had to draw and write it, and then I read it, and then I did the raps for each chapter.
How was it like concept-wise working on that? Was it? How did you accomplish to write all that?
It was hard. It was just real difficult, man. It was really, really difficult. You know, hopefully I get better. You know, I think the songs came out good, but you know, having to write a song about 10 pages of a comic book, make a whole 3-minute, 4-minute song about that is difficult, and for it to be on topic. But I think we got some real meaningful songs out of it, and I think it feels good. I don't know. You know, we'll see how people react to it, but the fans like it.
I saw the video on the Kickstarter page, and you were describing all the packages people can get. How many songs did you had to perform, and how many people were on stage with you, backing you up?
Nobody came through. We had $2,000 backers, but they didn't want to do that.
They didn't want to.
No, they were just like, we just believe in what you're doing. We support you.
Okay.
So nobody took us up on that offer. But we had one person go to pay dues. One person went to pay dues and Comic-Con. So we had some big spenders, but most of them were like $45 and $50 pledges.
Yeah, that's cool. You being a big comic fan, how was Comic-Con then for you? You go every year, or was it your first time going?
No, this is like my 4th or 5th time. It's great. Me and my wife go. My wife dressed up this year, so she got a lot of attention.
What did she dress up like?
She dressed as Batman one day, and she was Robin another day.
Okay.
And she's really into Walking Dead, so it's fun for her. We missed out on a lot of things we wanted to do because I had to work every day at the booth. So I wanted to make more comics, but I probably won't make any more comics just because it fucks up my time to spend at Comic-Con. I'd rather just be a fan and hang out.
Okay. How's it with you, Fash? Are you into comics? I just saw you with this one interview where you went to the comic book store in New York, Midtown.
I mean, my music are my comics for me, you know, like each. I don't really like read them, but I got one comic book while I was in New York. It was Bart Simpson comic book.
The Grizzly, right?
Yeah, dude. So it just made perfect sense for me.
Talk about the Grizzly. You have your own strain of weed. How did this happen?
Well, I kind of emerged in the marijuana scene as a prevalent pot smoker, if you will. And so one of the growers in my area, they were interested in naming a strain of their marijuana after me, you know, after my movement. And so he reached out his hand and extended his hand, and I accepted, man. And it was born, you know, Grizzly City Kush, and I've been high ever since.
Yeah, that sounds good. Is there some advertising involved too? I mean, like you like putting out there, oh yeah, just smoke that, or if you're sick or have cancer, just smoke that.
Well, I mean, there were talks of commercials and things of that, but we don't want to take it that far. It's just, you know, it's something for the Grizzlies.
But, could you like taste it before, or so you could say, oh yeah, this is good. This got to have my name on it, or no, it needs a different taste there. Just add that.
Of course, I was definitely very hands-on with that process, and tried a few different strains, and but I had something special about the GCK, you know, about this certain one, you know. Had to bless it with the name, you know. Had to put it under my umbrella, you know.
It's good to hear. How's it with you?
I don't smoke weed. No.
But would you advertise a strain?
No, I can't. That would be perpetrating. I can't. I pass on grass.
Pass on grass. Okay. So before we finish, pass it to Fash right there. That's what you people should do too if you pass. So before we finish up, I just wanted to know what's the next stage for you guys? What's the next generation gonna be like?
The next generation, maybe is that what we call the next album? Next generation. If we do another album, I don't know what we're gonna call it. He just put out Champagne Styrofoam Cups. Ninth Wonder and I just put out our last record together. And now we're getting ready to go on tour in February. We're gonna finish this tour. Then he's gonna record something. I'm gonna make a movie, and then we're gonna go back on the road.
A movie? What kind of movie?
A comedy. It's me, my friend D1, and my friend Tabby Bonet.
What's it about? The comedy? What's the story?
Basically, it's just my family owns a strip mall in South Central, and we're gonna film it there, and just the adventures we get into, some bowling like the Big Lebowski, some crazy stuff that black people don't usually get to do in movies.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a comedy, mystery, hot girl, some kids, you know, no drugs, no guns,
of course not.
Just a wholesome, funny movie, hopefully.
Okay, and one last thing I wanted to ask, because you did Murs for President, and now it's 4 years later. Are you running again, or did you get voted in? Or
I'm still not old enough to be president.
Well, not old enough for yourself, or
no, for it legally.
Is it? Was it
35?
35, right? Yeah, I was wondering about that. So 2016?
No. I'll wait. Maybe 2020.
Okay.
2024. I think 2028, 2032. Maybe I'll be there.
All right. So yeah, vote him for president. 2032, or was it 28? Somewhere around there. You'll find out. So Fash out. What's next for you?
Oh man, 2013. The Ecology album, of course. Touring with this young man next to me, and no movies. I don't think I'm gonna be shooting any movies next year.
Not even skateboard movies?
I'll write a skateboard movie about me.
Yeah, we
don't even know it.
Okay, there you go.
See, he likes to tell, you know, the world stuff before he tells me, even if I'm involved in it. So yeah, new movie with me and Murs, based on you know.
We talked about movies this morning, you know.
Yeah, but other than that, I probably
sorry I didn't reach out.
expand the marijuana, you know, thing.
Yeah.
Gonna smoke like a ton. I plan on smoking a ton of weed, like an actual ton.
Do you measure up then, or keep count, or?
I've lost count, but I'm gonna start fresh in January and just count from there. Yeah.
Okay. Hire somebody just to count.
Someone to, like, you know, scale everything out. That's a big goal of mine, and yeah, 2013 is gonna be filled with a lot of surprises, man. Trust and believe.
Did you get my apology? Cause I didn't reach out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was a few movies I was supposed to be in. There was a lot of movies I was supposed to be in that was scheduled for release in 2013, but unfortunately, you know, a lot of people, you know, they didn't reach out.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering about that. So maybe Murs can answer that.
I'm gonna reach out to Fash in 2013. We're gonna get some cinematic excellence going on, and maybe, you know, hopefully it'll be me and him and Planet Asia. We'll film it in Fresno, so he could be close to the fam. He doesn't have to be far away. And get I want to put Lucas from Odd Future in it too. That's my goal, is to have me, him, and Lucas in a movie, 'cause I like Lucas. If you don't know Lucas, he's the white guy from the cover of the Odd Future record. He's a cool kid. So I'm working on writing that. He didn't even know that though. But yeah, I have it planned out for him. So after we get off tour, we're gonna go right to Fresno, make a movie in April.
Maybe you should reach out to Fash. Maybe you should use the camera and reach out to him. Maybe he...
Yo, Fash, if you're watching this, bro, I have an idea for a movie, and I want to shoot it in this city called Fresno, you know? And I think maybe we can get the Visalia skate camp involved with the YMCA, because I know you have connections. And so if you're out there, man, if you're watching this, Fashawn, please, man, let's link up, man. I haven't talked to you since This Generation came out, since we did that tour in Europe, man, and hopefully we can connect and make this movie happen, man.
Alrighty. Maybe next time we talk to you or Fashawn, and maybe he has an answer for you.
Maybe he can answer me. I don't know if he's
or YouTube or somehow video answer.
Maybe you could contact somebody at K1X and, you know, have them give me a call, and, you know, because, you know, I know he's gone to Germany before. I think he's been to Germany. So maybe if you guys see Fashawn in Germany, in Berlin or something, Munich somewhere, Skaters Palace, I know he likes to hang out there. So if you catch him at Skaters Palace, tell him we're trying to make a skateboard movie, him and Murs. And yeah, shout out to that dude. Peace to Fashawn.
All right, thanks guys for taking the time. I really enjoyed it. Thanks to K1X for giving us the location here. And all right, guys, peace out.
Killing him. I skateboard, but I cross you over, and then I drop the bomb on you. Call them raindrops. Raindrops.
Yo, change that beat, yo. You got another one? Yeah.